guys.
Hello,
No, we
you
can hear you, man.
podcasters. I'm being harassed because I'm late. Uh, you know, I had been working at the school system for probably 10 years before I figured out that harass was only one word. So, yeah, y'all think about that a little while. You'll get it later. Kyle started off like we always do, brother.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the end of the week. Right before we have our wonderful Thanksgiving holiday next week. It happens to be my last day at work for 9 days. So me and the dog are going to find somewhere to go camping and have a bunch of fun. I'm sure I'll bring a bunch of pictures back and maybe some video of her doing stupid stuff because that's the way she rolls. But glad to see everybody. Had a great week. Dealing with a little bit of a backache, but we'll get over it. I'm not even going to point. CW, what you got?
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. Well, it's deer season here in Connecticut, so that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting in a tree and sitting on a bucket and watching the birds and the turkeys and the falcons and the deer occasionally. That's about it, really. I did a little casting yesterday because it's like 69 degrees and it was too warm to be in the woods, so I only went out in the morning. So I did a little casting. I got another mold coming, and I'll have videos on that when it gets here. That's really about it. I might have some optic videos. I picked up a couple of optics for a couple of pistols, so maybe I'll do something on that, compare them, and see how they are. That's about it. What about you, Scotsman?
Not a whole lot going on here, man. Busy week. Let it up almost 600 rounds earlier in the week. That's really about it right now. Just been working on getting organized to run the place, and hopefully get out this coming week and do some shooting.
Getting loading on the 45 Colt.
No, that was some 9mm. I do have the 45 Colt dies set up, and I hopefully will get some loaded up this week. So I do have them set up on the lineman turret, so we'll get that rolling here pretty soon.
Here's Cranky.
So, AR, what are you up to, buddy? You had a good week?
Pretty good week, sitting around reloading 9mm, watching the news. Today was a good day for all of us. And,
which reminds me, let me go back up here and find a nice comment I was greeted to when we got here this evening and started getting ready for everything. Hey, Dave, what's up, brother?
Anyway, appreciate having me on, Jamie.
Hey, man, you're always welcome.
Hey, AR, you didn't catch my joke in your little live chat there that was like 2 minutes long?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I forget now, but I did, yeah.
You said
first.
You said echo cancellation or something?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, no, what happened?
Corners and doors, welcome in, buddy. I don't know that I've made your acquaintance yet. We're glad to have you.
Oh, you know, one thing I like every week is you always see new people showing up, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're new out there and you haven't made a comment, make a comment so we know you're out there.
I've seen his logo there. That name is familiar to me, but I haven't seen it a lot.
Y'all know we don't do politics, but this is judicial, not really political.
Heck yeah.
So, Fuzzy 48.
Hey, Fuzz.
My thoughts today, if it had been a black man on trial with the same charges, I would expect the same outcome, acquittal.
Yep.
With the same evidence, absolutely. You are absolutely correct.
Color has no difference there.
Yeah. The facts was the facts, and they some really ticked off people. because the facts didn't fit the charges, and that's probably all we're going to say about that. So what have we been doing gun wise, reloading wise, and I'll catch up with y'all shortly. I know we got Cranky out there cooking dinner. He's not watching us, but he's listening. And I think Preacher's here. We got Lever Guns 50 out there, but we'll run down the side chat. There's Idaho Rogers. What have we done reloading wise, gun wise? Anything?
I've been on a little bit of a 10
I've
millimeter.
actually,
I've been working on that, casting with that, and of course I just picked up that new mold. But I've had some issues with the sights on the Glock 20. I had a RMR on it, and I didn't shoot it a whole lot, and the dot was a great big, 8-minute or 10-minute dot. So I pulled it off and I put it on my 35 competition gun, where it's more appropriate, and I just never bothered to do anything with an optic on that pistol. So it had suppressor height sights on it, all black. And I took it out to the range maybe 2 months ago, and it was shooting low. So I figured maybe the sights were actually from a different model, so the regulation was off on them. So I looked through what I had, and I had a set of Williams metal sights, glowworm, the pipes in them, and I put those on, and they were different heights. I put those on, and those shot low. So I kind of got a little frustrated, and I didn't really want to buy another set of sights. I got a couple sets, so I thought maybe I just had things mixed up. I hadn't been the best at keeping them separated. I just stick them all in one little drawer. So I got looking back at optics, and it's cut for an RMR, but it's cut like 10 years ago for an RMR. So it's not the same as the ones are today with the pins in it and everything. The guy fit it to the base of the optic. So it literally will only ever work for an RMR. So I didn't really want to spend that kind of money just to have an optic on it. So a friend of a friend I was talking to had a SRO, which is a newer Trijicon with a round glass. So we struck a deal. It was a good price, so I grabbed it. But he said he wasn't going to be able to ship it until after Christmas. And it came in the mail today. And it dropped right on the cutout for the RMR. But it had no screws. So I had to play with some of the screws I had, and I finally got 2 screws that were the right thread, and I had to cut them shorter and put it on. So long story short, I got an SRO on it, and I have to resight it in again. But everything looks pretty good. It's a really nice sight. I didn't realize how much more field of view you get with that round glass over that crazy shaped one of the RMR. So I'm pretty psyched. I also picked up a Swamp Fox Kingslayer. I always wanted one. Never had a place to put it, so I never got one. Well, I was going to put it on the Glock 20, but now I got the SRO in there. They're both supposed to have a RMR footprint. So maybe I'll do a video comparing them and see how they look, see how they work. It doesn't have any of the fancy stuff on it, no shake awake or nothing like that. But it's supposed to be a really good optic, and the price is really, really attractive compared to the RMRs.
I got on one of my ARs, I got a center point, just a little red dot thing, and it's built to look like an ACOG, a miniature ACOG. I think it's $80 brand new. They still got it on their website. Every time I take that thing out shooting, I have to put new batteries in it, and it's not a 2032. I got tons of them laying around. It's like a
25. Thinner one?
It's a smaller one.
Oh, okay.
And they're like $5 or $6 a piece when you can find them. Well, that thing is every time I get it out, I got to put new batteries in it, and I know I'm turning it off because I've had to put batteries in it.
My rangefinder's like that.
So
They're CR2s, I think, and they're expensive. And if I leave it in, it's dead.
So I'm thinking I either need to send the thing back, or I need to, like you said, take the batteries out every single
Take the
time.
battery out. Yep.
But that's the one I kind of use for my grab quick and go kind of thing. So
Yeah,
I
you need
ordered me a CV Life red dot for it yesterday, and I'm just gonna put that on there till I get something done with the center point. And of course, I'm still working on this double barrel 16 gauge. Have an opportunity to take it out and shoot some doves after Thanksgiving, so I'm excited about that.
You got small shot, or are you gonna load some?
I got 2 boxes, and I'm gonna save those hulls and reload those.
Mm-hmm. I remember you said you got some, but I thought they were like 4s and 6s.
No, I got about half a box of 6s, and I got 2 boxes of 7.5s.
That'll be all right.
There's Squatch out there, buddy. We haven't seen you in a minute. Hope everything's well, buddy.
Yeah, I don't have a side chat tonight, so I'm not seeing anybody.
MacMan's out there too. What about you, AR? What have you done this week?
I did a little 9 on the stream last night, and outside of that, just sitting around watching the news. Really not doing much. Been thinking about 10 millimeter though. Everybody seems to bring that up a lot on YouTube.
I'm excited about that new MP.
Yeah.
I stopped at a shop the other day, and they didn't have any yet.
I'd like to have 10 millimeter.
So Smith & Wesson's going to make an M&P pistol in 10 millimeter?
Yep. Yeah, they released it. It's available, but not everybody has it yet. Two models. I guess they're identical except for barrel length.
It's going to be a good self-defense round. Bam.
It's a serious round.
Yeah. Sorry. Freaking notifications on YouTube. Did y'all hear that?
We did. I'm glad.
Loud and clear.
my processor don't knock out all noise. I turn the phone off. There we go. Sorry.
I'm glad to see as my judge out there instead of Lone Wolf's Revenge. I need to know who I'm talking to. Hey, guys, I'm not that smart.
You are smart. You make out like you're not, but you are. And yes, Dave, I'm trying to behave myself because there's a lot of politics that we could talk, and if we start talking politics, I'll go off. So I'm trying to keep my mouth shut.
That's for the after chat.
Well,
yeah.
Certain things, even in our chat, as much as we try to avoid politics because people have been. That's right, Pollard. I'm special. I ride the short bus to school. Anyway, when it comes to that, which could have such a huge impact on the 2A community, you gotta put a little bit of attention on something that much of an impact on what we do, and I think it's. No, it's all right, Daniel. Leave Lone Wolf alone, buddy.
See, the problem right now is, and I'll keep it short, and I'll do my best not to cuss. But the problem that we face right now is labels are being tossed out left, right, and center, and of course, it's coming from the far left, which. Again, I'm trying to keep it PG, but that's very typical of them. And they're attacking in that way and trying to make out that that's all we are. And the problem that we face in this country right now is they are literally trying to divide us in any way they can. And this is just another perfect example and opportunity that they are jumping on to do so.
With both feet.
Yep.
Look who we have here.
There's a kingpin.
The king of all the pins.
What's up, Penn?
Good evening, gentlemen. How is everybody tonight?
We are blessed. Blessed now that you're here, bro.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Absolutely.
The bowling ball pin.
I'm sorry, people. I'm stuffing my face.
That has got to be one of the coolest avatars I've seen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Very cool. Very cool. So, if any of you guys on the side chat want to chime in about what you think about the verdict today, there's another one going on here in Georgia that's going to be. It's going on, and they're covering it on YouTube, gavel to gavel, and there's 10 and 15,000 people watching it every time I go by there. But
And I hate to say it, but I'm not educated enough in that situation to say which way I'm leaning. I know it's a huge case. It really is. I mean, I hate it when somebody loses a life like that, but I also hate it when somebody that thinks they were just ends up being drugged through the mud and everything else. I mean, it happens every time.
Mm-hmm.
G, if you need Squatch's email, let me know. Squatch, he's doing 40 and 45 Colt.
That's what I want. I want a single action. 1873.
Yes.
Yeah. Go order you one from Colt, AR.
Oh,
Make
too much money. Man.
Yeah, which brings us up to the topic I wanted to talk about tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
What
Good
about-
segue. Like that.
You like that? That's interesting, preacher. It really is. Good old boy like you shooting 6mm arc. That makes me want to give it a try. And that's what we're after in the morning, buddy. I hate to say it, but the first doe I see that ain't tagging a little one along behind her, she's going in my freezer. I hate to say it, but I didn't kill any at all last year. But
Yeah, I think it only hit 40, 41 today, and it's supposed to be same tomorrow. So we're going to leave it hang until Sunday. We'll butcher it up on Sunday.
yeah, I always keep mine in a cooler at least 4 days.
You may need to go to Wisconsin, Critter.
Good old Willie's out there. Willie, all I got to tell you, buddy, is 10 malfunctions in under 5 minutes.
There's Critter. What's up, Critter?
That's a remediable problem there.
I could say something, but I'm not going to. But imagine if you had a couple of extra marshmallows and a extra hot dog in your pocket, you could go to Wisconsin right now and cook them.
That's what I was saying. Yep. Yep. May need to.
Easy, guys. Easy now.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like the way Daniel thinks. Shoot the little one first and then shoot the mama. You wouldn't have a baby in tow at that point, would you?
Well, and you'll have you some essential veal.
And my
No, that's wrong, guys. Don't do that.
my hunting buddy says, "Hey, Jamie, they got to learn to take care of themselves sooner or later, man." I'm like,
Well,
all right.
dinner on the table is better than a head on a wall, right?
Yep.
Sure enough.
Okay, this is my question. Um, like I said, I got this opportunity to go shoot doves, and I'm working on this 16 gauge double barrel side by side, and CW seen it, and it gave me a little information. Um, and I've been kind of shopping around for some over under type things if I'm going to start shooting skeet more and more. And so, you can buy a TriStar over under at Walmart for I think $350, $380, something like that. But the same gun at Cabela's is $450, and I've heard some remarks as I'm looking up videos on what I may be interested in, and where it be reloading shot shells or where it be buying a shotgun, this type of thing. And you inevitably hear the phrase, "Well, I got some cheap Walmart shotguns," and what besides the price separates a Walmart shotgun from one you buy somewhere else? Is there a difference, or is Walmart buying them in such bulk and in such volume that they can just turn around and sell them cheaper than everybody else?
Well, and there lies the big thing. When a company is able to buy in bulk, they have more power with the price. And your larger companies like Walmart, Cabela's, and many others like that do that. And obviously they battle each other as far as the price goes. And a lot of times you'll see places, especially like Walmart, that will only make $10 on the gun, but they want to do that to get you in because they know you're going to buy other stuff. And they make the money elsewhere. They don't make it on the gun. They make it on all the accessories and the ammunition.
Well, and see, William, if that's a fact and not just a bunch of hearsay, I wouldn't be interested in that. I'm not willing to buy a cheaper shotgun, a cheaper made shotgun.
No, like your TriStars, like you were saying, TriStar is a TriStar. They're not made any different. They're all the same and sent to whatever stores buy them. The difference is what that company is willing to do to make the sale. I mean, I've literally seen companies buy certain guns, sell them under cost just to get you in the door and spend money elsewhere and buy other stuff. They make their money back elsewhere. They always do. Especially if you go in like to one of these bigger stores and they have clothing and stuff like that. They make a ton of money off the clothing.
What name
Clothing is one of the biggest profits out there.
What are the name brands that they sell at Walmart?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Kingpin.
What are the name brands that they sell at Walmart?
Shotgun wise, they sell Mossberg, some Remingtons when they can get them, and the TriStar. There's Jason Stewart. What's
Well,
going
I've
on?
never heard of TriStar before, but the Remington and would you say Mossberg? Those are pretty popular names, so maybe that one guy was right when he was saying they're just getting not a poor quality made firearm, but just a little bit further down on the food chain.
Yeah, well, one thing about it, you're not going to buy a Browning Satori at Walmart.
Not at all.
And that ain't happening.
But let's face it, all of us right here on the panel, we're not going to buy one anyway.
See, a lot of times what you'll see is like Walmart will have the Mossberg Maverick 88, and then your Cabela's will have your Mossberg 500. Is the Mossberg Maverick 88 a little less quality? Yeah, absolutely it is. But they're basically the same gun internally. There's just some differences on the external stuff, on the stocks and everything else, and the forearms. But the internals operations of the firearms are basically the same. So there's when you can say less of quality, but it's not really less of quality. It's just things that are done to just lower the price a little. Really, it's not any less quality because usually the internals are pretty close.
All right, is everybody ready?
Everybody all together.
1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm just not in the market for over and unders because when I grew up, I don't know when that was, but when I did, a friend of mine had had some Satori Lightnings, and oh my, they were fantastic shotguns. But good Lord, you had to finance a house to get them. They were $3,800 a piece or something.
I bought a Satori 20 gauge shorty. I saved for it for a while. Talked with the Browning rep. I got a special price as a retailer, and finally came in. It was beautiful. I got the box and everything for it, and I took it out a couple times to the clay pigeons, and I could not hit anything with the bottom barrel. No matter what I did, I couldn't. It fit me pretty good. I just couldn't. I couldn't hit well with it. I took it out for birds a couple times, and I missed some silly easy shots that I never would have missed. And I think I had it one season. I sold it for the price I paid for it and went out and bought an 870.
That's fantastic. I got a couple of 870s in the safe. I love them.
Yep.
Yeah, Mossberg 500 and that Remington 870, they're just hard to beat for, you know.
If you just shooting. Now, a Mossberg 835, that is a mean turkey gun. I know it's not close to turkey season yet, but
do your local gun shops have the same guns as Walmart?
For the most part, if your Walmart is, well stocked.
I'm talking about like the cheap stuff that is a Walmart. Would your local gun shop have the Mossberg 88 hanging on the wall?
Yeah. Most of them do. Yeah.
Then really, what's the difference? I mean, obviously everybody has their reasons whether they shop at Walmart or not. So aside from all that kind of stuff, what would be the difference in buying an 88 from Walmart or your local gun shop? Aside from
always still cheaper at Walmart.
Yeah, you save a couple bucks at Walmart.
That would really be it. They're identical. The difference.
I'd really rather give the money to the local gun shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I consider that also, but that all that moral stuff aside, just on paper, Walmart's got the same exact gun as your local, but Walmart's is $50 cheap.
I can't say it for every single model of every single gun, but the Mossberg 88 is going to be the same from Walmart or wherever you get it. The best of my knowledge, anyway. There was some that were different. Like Marlin used to do 336s, and you could get a W, 336W, and the W was for Walmart, and that's the only place you can get it. They had different wood, they had a different stock, they had different sight placement, they had different sights, whatever to make it cheaper.
Yeah, they had the 336W, the C.
The cheaper could have been just because it's cheaper manufactured, or it could be cheaper because the manufacturer happened to have a big, huge amount of these parts that they weren't using. So it was cheaper for them to sell them off at a rate. So cheaper can be a bad thing or cheaper can be a good thing. But they had stamped tin sights instead of the folding buckhorns. They had a drifted front sight that was in back of the band, and they had hardwood stocks, pallet wood, whatever you want to call them, beech or something like that. They weren't nearly as nice. They weren't the Walmart, the Marlin walnut stocks that you usually see. So that was one you could really say that it was a big difference, and you could only get it at Walmart.
I mean, technically, it's a good thing that Walmart is anti-gun. Because imagine a world where Walmart is pro-gun and they have a gun section. There's no such thing as a local gun store anymore. All of them have closed.
Yeah, they certainly put a lot out of business for sure.
There's Georgia boy. Hey, Pastor. Hope all's well, brother.
Yeah, the Remington nylons. There was a couple of those that were only available in Walmart. The nylon series, the 66, the 76, the 77. I don't know if Walmart had them all, but there was a couple of 66s that were only available. I think it was the Mohawk Brown, or was it? No, it wasn't that one. It was the green one. Was Walmart only? A green nylons.
My hunting buddy still has his from when he was a teenager. It's the black nylon stock with the white diamond in it.
Nickel plate.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I still remember that the ad with all those blocks with was his name Pyle or Tom Pye, something like that was his name, Tom something or other. Sitting on top of all those wooden blocks where he put holes in them.
Good to hear, Pastor. Good to hear. Hope y'all getting ready for a big Thanksgiving over on the east side of the state. So, yeah, I think when you talk about stuff like that, the quality of the wood, birch as opposed to walnut, um, thinner stocks as opposed to what you would buy at a local gun store, or heck, even your yeah, there you go. That's it. There you go. His was semi-auto, Edward. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it was bolt. I don't know. I've only seen it once.
Most of your nylons were all bolt. I don't think I've seen a. I don't think I've
66.
seen a semi. They were all bolt.
No, they were mostly autos. The 66s, the 77s weren't as common. The 76s, the levers, the bolts, they weren't as common, but they made them. The autos were the common one. Butt feed, the tube in the butt.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Almost a Mannlicher type stock. They were a handsome gun. They pointed really well.
I always thought they looked funny because I always had. I need to do a video on my granddaddy's 22 Winchester semi-automatic. He had a model 190 that I inherited when he passed. I need to do a video on that. Yeah, that's Georgia boy says the 66 was a semi.
Yeah, 66 was the auto. Yep.
Yeah, I think the one that we had, we only had the one in the store. I think it was a 76 or 77.
They made them both. Yeah, one was a
Yeah.
bolt, one was a lever.
Idaho, don't sugarcoat it, buddy. Tell us what you really think. Y'all got
Man,
it.
I hate going to Walmart. I go there as a last resort if I have to.
Now,
I don't
see,
prefer to call it rape. It's more of a snuggle struggle.
okay. See,
I'm sorry, a little dark.
I never knew they made that gun in a lever action, Mr. Pollard. I really didn't. I had no clue.
They also made regular removable magazines too, some models.
What is nylon? Just the name that they picked, or is it some type of the material used, or what?
A lot of plastic.
Yeah, just what they made the stocks out of. Big Al, I hope you did a video on that one, buddy. Far out, man.
What was his name, Fuzzy? I can't remember his name. Tom something, I thought. You don't remember that, Jamie? Hand thrown wooden blocks. He did it until he had a malfunction or missed, and it was a huge number.
That's the same guy that shot an aspirin out of the air.
Maybe.
I can't remember
Mumbrin, not London. Dagnabbit.
that. Mohawk brown and Seneca green. The only ones I've seen are black.
Yeah, there was brown ones, green ones, black ones, brown ones.
There you go. Is that it, or is that it?
No, it wasn't Munden.
Bob Munden.
Munden was a single action guy.
Yeah, but he would shoot aspirin out of the.
Here it
Tom
is.
Knapp was the shotgun guy.
Right here, I've got Byron Ferguson. Super slow motion video of Archer. Never mind. Aspirin. Here we go. It's a 22.
Yeah, Tom Knapp was the shotgun guy. Bob Munden was the. He's the one that would shoot holes in quarters in the middle of the
Tom
air.
Fry, 1959. Tom Fry worked at Remington and was looking for a way to publicize the unique Nylon 66. Using 3 rifles over 13 consecutive days, Fry shot 100,010 hand-tossed blocks, on average 1,000 shots per hour, every shot within 4 seconds. As
Good
the smoke
job.
cleared, everyone's ears were ringing, and Fry had missed only 6 times. Using 3 guns, 5 times each. The ordeal, there was no malfunctions. 1959.
Wow.
The pile is the size of a big dump truck load of, I guess they were 4-inch square blocks.
I have to say that I'm impressed.
Yep.
There's a guy on YouTube named Byron Ferguson that claims to shoot aspirin out of the sky as well.
I've seen him do it with a bow.
Yeah, apparently the first article said it was with an arrow, but
Yep.
then as I kept stretching, it said it added the 22.
Yeah, I've seen him do it with a bow. He used to be on one of them, well, when it used to be Saturday gun shows. I can't remember the name of it, but he was on there regularly.
So, Big Al, look at some reviews on those before you spend the money on one. To me, the way my mind works, if I'm going to buy a break action single shot, I want it to be an absolute tack driver. And Big E's here now, and he can. I think when that Ruger #1 is I think that's a tack driver, and I think those Thompson Center Encores are. Other than that, I don't know about the rest of those break open shot single action rifles.
What caliber is he looking at, Jamie?
He's looking at a 308 break open. 308 is an inherently accurate cartridge anyway.
The CVAs have been really good. They've got good barrels. They've been shooting really good. You read any kind of articles on them, not even articles. You read like the forums where guys buy them. They're always talking about how good they shoot, and they're not bad priced.
There's Corners and Doors again. Welcome in, buddy. Again, Shooting USA.
That's the
still
show. Yep,
Yeah.
that's the show.
that's still on. It comes on the Outdoor Channel, and it seems like it's Wednesday nights, but I'm not sure
The
because
guy that was hosting it, I think his kid is on there hosting it now. If I'm not mistaken.
dang walks.
There's my buddy Raj. The H&R isn't made anymore. I've had a couple that were really good, and I've had a couple that were stinkers. But Tradition's made a few. CVA makes them now. Henry makes them. Who else?
I
don't
I
think a
have
lot
seen
does.
I've seen Traditions on Bud's Gun Shop lately. Uh, they they weren't like a Thompson Center price wise, but they weren't really cheap. Seems like they were around 350. And Big Al, I have no idea what Henrys are costing. Um,
They're close to 5, upper 4s.
and you guys can help me out. I've only shot one Henry in my life. It was my buddy David's hot froggies. We called him Frog. It was his, and it was a bolt gun chambered in 357 Magnum, and it was a good shooter. It wasn't what I'd call a tack driver, but yeah. See, Dave, that's their whole thing. That's what they want to do. They want to kill out all the competition, so you have to come buy from them. Once all competition's gone, then they'll start jacking up the prices. Okay,
Probably
that
HRs again.
that's hunting. That's hunting good enough. That's good.
Accuracy, sure, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Is Walmart really a bad guy in this situation? I don't shop at Walmart because I think Walmarts are creepy. But you chose to go in there and buy a less expensive, less quality T-shirt as opposed to going to your local T-shirt shop. So I'm no fan of Walmart, but are we really fair to blame Walmart when we're the ones that walk in there and buy stuff all the time?
Walter Davis, what's up, man? Tratber Emoticon, is that what I'm reading there? I hope I pronounced that right. We're here every Friday night. If you're interested in gun stuff and reloading, you could do a lot worse than spending some time with us. But we have a good time generally. Most of you guys just don't want to go in Walmart, and I get it. I don't blame you. My wife can't stand to go there.
I hate them.
She like when she has to go to Walmart, she'll go to the Dollar General store and have a heartbeat before she'll go to. Uh, uh, well, yeah, Ozark. That's why some people come in here. How you doing, buddy? Hope Twine's well. Footings look good. I'm excited for you.
Cranky, behave yourself.
It kind of is, ain't it, Cranky? Yeah, it is. All right, I need to go through the side chat. We've been on here 45 minutes. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let AR Guns 1776 do that
Hey, hang on a
if you
minute.
want to.
Yeah, I'll do it. Let me scroll up, guys. I just seen Willie's little thing. His avatar. Man, you've been talking a lot. I can't even get to the top. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog, Vanessa Kitty, good to have you. Thorzax, thoughts of an old soldier. Crazy Scotsman over here. Andy 79 Z28, Kyle up there. Alaska Andy, Andy, excuse me. Georgia Shooting Connection. Willie, what's up, Willie? Thorzax. Fuzz Fork, what's up? Good to see you. MacMan Reloading, what's up, Mac? How you doing? Andy, I think I called 79Z28. Willie, Bullet Man. Kyer, just some guy. Thor's X. I know I'll call some of you twice, so bear with me. Cranky Cletus. Vanessa, I called. Hobbies Hobo, good to see you, Hobo. Kyra, just some guy I called. GGW, hey man, what's up? Vanessa. Daniel, God is my judge. I commented on your site, Daniel, earlier. Corners and doors. K24, good to see you. Kyle up there. James Pollard, hey James. Lakeview Outdoors, Uncle John, Pamela Earp. I think called Fuzz Fork. Hey Fuzz Fork, Cranky. Michael Hertnick, K24. I called. Let's see, Pamela Earp. Sometimes I'll call you twice to ignore me. 01 guy. Lever Guns 50. Who else here? Thor's Axe. Y'all been talking a lot tonight. G23. Tim S. Good to see you, Tim. Uncle John. Hey, Critter. What's up, man? Let's see. Preacher's Day Off, Rollis Carvelis. Thor's Axe I called. Well, you all been talking up a storm tonight. Chatting up a storm, I should say. Idaho Rogers. Good to see you, Idaho. Edward Petty. Squatch Reloaded. He changed his last name, didn't he? Kyer, I called. Let's see. Crazy Scotsman, I called. Cranky Clip. Papa's Place. Good to see you, Papa. Okay. I'm in there, but you already know that I'm talking. I'm still scrolling. Bear with me, guys. Thor's Axe, Lever Guns, I called. Preacher's Dale. Chris 338, good to see you in here. Especially you new people. We always appreciate you dropping by. Kyle up there, Jerry 1911. Good to see you, Jerry. Drew Bradley. Let's see. Uncle John, I think I called. Man, this thing's I'm only halfway through this thing. James Pollard, I called. Broke Loader, good to see you, Broke Loader. Idaho, Thor's Axe. Mac Man, I called. Tim, Daniel Guns, my judge, I called. This is a long one. Bear with me, Jamie. G23, Papa's Place Store. Okay. Drew Bradley. And I'm scrolling fairly fast. I may be old, but I'm not slow. Let's see. Hope I don't miss any of y'all. Walks Fletcher. Good to see you. Walks. Who else? Cranky, I called. Drew Bradley, Tim S. Hope y'all having a good evening. Kingpin, of course, over there. Walter Davis, good to see you, Walter. I'm 3/4 of the way through, believe it or not. You all have been talking a lot tonight over in this side chat and very active. Lead Bullet Junkie, good to see you, Lead Bullet. LBJ, Thor's Axe. I'm going to start scrolling longer here. Mario, what's up, Battle Bean? G23 Cranky, let's see. William Ganley, good to see you, William. Broke Loader, I called. Wow, I'm almost finished. Getting silent here, we all are. Walter Davis, Idaho, Kyer, I called. Rebel, 67 Rebel, good to see you. Tacos and French fries. I think I called GGW. If you didn't, hello, GGW. Hope you're doing okay. Was for William Gantley, I called. Ram 4x4. What's up, Ram? Walter Davis. I'm almost there. Bear with me. Mario. Georgia Boy. What's up, Georgia Boy 44? Good to see you in here. Edward Petty. Mark Thomas. Good to see you. Especially you new people, like I said. Almost there, Jamie. I have to keep you posted because there's so many people talking and chatting. Walks Fletcher. Jason Stewart. Wow, man, this make your eyes start watering. Big Al, what's up, Big Al? Papa's Place. Almost there. Big E, what's up, Big E? Corners and Doors. Let's see, Treadburr. Oh, I'll say it, Treadburr. Appreciate you dropping by here. Good to see new people, like I said earlier.
Good night, Michael. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, buddy.
Thoughts of an old soldier, I think I called it. If I didn't. Twisted twine and woodworking. Good to see you in here.
Good question, Ozark.
James Pollard, good to see you. And there's another Ken Jackus. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but appreciate you dropping by. Daniel,
Yeah.
Ozark Spirit, of course. Good to see you, Ozark. Uncle John, Paul Loud. Let's see, almost there. Paul Loud, G23, I've called. Let's see. We appreciate you all dropping by. Mac Man, good to see you, Mac. Echoes in there and Tin Man. Appreciate you all dropping by. Sorry for the long scroll. It was a lot of you talking and chatting.
There's Echo. Hey, Dave. What's up, buddy? And then we got Tin Man popping in.
Tin Man.
What's going on, brother?
Echoes without power. Or not power. Internet. Yeah. Somebody knocked the pole down.
Yeah, so that was the main thing I want to talk about. Just as we're getting ready to go to Thanksgiving, y'all know the day after is going to be Black Friday, and people are going to be spending a bunch of money. And I'm just like, is it worth going to Walmart to buy a gun that you can get cheaper than?
See, here's the thing, and if you take your time, do your research, 9 times out of 10 you'll find it cheaper online somewhere, and each shipping and your transfer fee, you're still gonna end up being cheaper.
Yep.
Are you gonna have to do a little bit of work to find it? Yeah, you are, but 9 times out of 10, if you do the work, you will find it cheaper.
So 10 men snuck off from work. Trapper LL Bean is about out of business around here. I think most of us go to Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops, and then I think most of the guys on our chat kind of hang out at their local gun stores. That's what I tend to do. I'd rather do something with somebody I know. I'd rather keep my money in my community as far as if I can. And I got a guy over on Dean Street. I took Willie in there and he bought some stuff. So yeah, it's I'd rather do my business with him.
I go to Clyde Armory. He's also one of our congressmen here in Georgia. He has a gun
Hey,
shop
can you
up there in
throw
Athens,
up
Georgia.
you throw up Fuzzy's last comment?
We're going to talk about this one right here first, then I will. You guys that haven't heard or don't know, Will passed away Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
Keep his family in your prayers. He was a good dude, and another guy that I wish I'd known better.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know Will, go check out his channel. As far as I know, it's still up, so go check it out. And very knowledgeable guy. Very knowledgeable guy. Did a lot of streams with Uncle Al and some other guys. But yeah, unfortunately, we lost him on Wednesday.
So
We got you, Trapper. Yeah. He don't shoot, but he's wanting to learn about guns.
Yeah, absolutely. You came to the right place. We talk reloading, guns, all that stuff. And the biggest thing I'd say, if you're looking to learn, is ask questions. So if you got questions, throw them out there.
as we've said many times on here, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask.
It's easy to
Especially if you're
get guns
brand
in
new,
Georgia.
and especially if you're brand new and don't know, please ask away. Ask as many as you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing with Bass Pro Shop too, Walter. Is they're turning more uh, like they're turning more toward the clothing and the fishing stuff. Yeah, Trapper, that's fine, buddy. We're glad you're here. And yeah,
Get you a gun and get
yeah,
training.
yeah. Get the train and then get you a gun.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. That's the way it should be. But so many of the gun stores you go into nowadays have a no loitering sign. In other words, I want you to come in, do your business, give them their money, and then get gone.
That's crazy. In middle school.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Ask the questions, man. You got questions, fire them off. No pun intended, but fire them off.
yeah. My wife is a science teacher. She teaches high school physics, physical science, that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Ozark's good people too, man. So I just hope I pronounced your name right. So we'll do the best we can to answer your questions.
And pay attention to the side chat too. The side chat will answer questions as well. So it moves pretty fast, but keep your eye open there as well. Ask the questions and people will help.
If you're interested in things like velocity, then you are 100% in the right place, especially with the side chat and the panel, because this is a reloading chat. So these guys specialize on velocity.
Cool, man.
Mhm.
Well, man, I'm telling you, dude, that's the way some of them are these days. I hate to say it, but
Well, and see, the thing is that every gun store that I've been in around here, most of them are like storefront. It's no different than what a jewelry store looks like. Uh, the closest gun store I have is a pretty old gun store, and it's kind of neat to go in, but the people are horrible, and the prices and the selection are terrible. So I go to what's called it's a pawn shop, but it's also a firearms store. And the guys are really nice, and you stand there and talk to them for a while and hang out. But instead of saying, "Hey, we need this," why don't we do this? You know, when you know a guy that's going to open a gun store, say, "Hey, here's how you open a gun store." Put a couch in there, put a TV in there, make it welcoming for your people to come and hang out and make it the spot. Instead of wishing we have it, make it ourselves.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things, honestly, is anytime you're talking to someone new or not new, is being friendly and having that conversation, opening that door to what are they looking for, what do they want, and they may just want to browse around, they may just want to look, but at the same time, you still want to welcome them, invite them in, and make sure that they're uh, happy to be there. You know, you don't want to send someone away with a bad attitude because you didn't want them there for whatever reason.
Drew, that sounds like you're having problems with lubrication. You probably have a buildup of lube in your die and or too much on the cases when you're trying to size them. So what I would do is I would pull that die out, tear it all down, clean it all out, get it all nice and squeaky clean, and then start over. And you do not need very much lube. And keep it off the shoulder. Keep the lube off the shoulder.
Tabar had a pretty interesting question, Jamie, if you saw that one. He says yeah, that's the one. That's the kind of question that I'd like answered too.
Well, velocity is speed generally. Velocity is the speed of the bullet, how fast it's moving, and it's generally expressed in feet per second.
Yep.
North, south, east, or west, or an angle wouldn't have anything to do with the velocity.
Well, I think what he's referring to is what we would call drop. So how far the bullet's going to drop, or how far you have to adjust your rifle depending on the range, as to how high you would have to hold for that particular range. So you're going to have variation, especially at distance.
Well, also, you
Not
gotta
a constant.
think, if you fire a gun straight up in the air, wouldn't is the friction going to be the same with the atmosphere going up as it would be going, horizontal?
Well, that's the old bowling ball pound of feathers trick. You drop both of them, which one hits the ground first? But they both weigh the same.
Good work, man. Keep up them grades.
Yeah, I knew he was smarter than me.
Yeah, me too, but that don't take much. Remember, I ride the short bus to school.
I just didn't go to school.
All right, looks like we might have helped out a brother here. Tried Hornady's one shot and Highline lube. I will try cleaning the dyes, all of them.
It's a good thing to do just once in a while anyway. Pull the dies apart and clean them. You'll be surprised the buildup you have in there.
What is the
Yeah.
shoulder? Is the shoulder a part of one of the dies?
No, the shoulder of the case.
What's the shoulder of the case?
Where it angles before the bullet seats on like a 308 or a 3006.
You talking about down at the base, like where the primer's at?
Nope.
No. It's so think about your body, and you got your neck and your shoulders.
Oh, I see.
Not that angle at the top of the case there.
Okay, so for a neck down case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what we refer to as a bottleneck.
Like an oil can dent is a common old term name. It's basically you can't compress it, so it dimples the brass. And if you get a lot of it, you'll dimple the walls of the case.
See, what happens is, yeah, I usually stick some in the mouth
Inside, yeah.
and then just rub the outside all the way down and all the way around. Very thin, very light.
See, there's a
Builds up on the dies and on the case also. That stuff don't compress, and if you're putting enough pressure on it, something's going to give.
there is a bleed hole in most dies, but depending on your press, you may cover it up with your nut and seal it, or it may be inside the press where that thread is, so it can't really work as a bleeder.
Would you say that a neck down case is harder to reload than a straight wall cartridge?
No, it's just you need to be aware that there's different intricacies of each one, but not really harder.
See, regardless of what you're loading, I've always done this from day one, and this goes back to C-Max and others to help me, Papa and Papa Les is out there, and many others, is make a dummy round. Set your dies with a dummy round because you're gonna have variation no matter what. So always go back and switch it up and set that dummy round.
G23, the answer to that question is yes.
Neither one actually. It's not a 40 at all. It's the case is longer than a 40, but it does have the small primer, so it's shorter than a 10, but it's longer than a 40. It was designed to do in a handgun what a 357 mag with a 125 grain bullet does in a 4-inch revolver.
So
I
why do you
think
have to lubricate them?
Drew, I'd like to see them to be sure, but I think you'll be fine.
It just works the brass a little more, but more than likely you'll be fine.
Yeah, lanolin in a Ziploc, but let it dry. Yeah, I gotta agree with William there. Straight walls easier brass prep.
I use Unique.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yep, that's good.
Let me show you something else that will surprise you how good it is. And we talked about it on this show before. And
And I
that's
use it with dies that has no weep hole, which is Redding. I have no problem.
You just don't need very much at all.
No. Very
uh,
little.
I wouldn't Trapper. We use chronographs, and we just go with that. Or I've did some research, and what we find on our internal ballistic calculator software, um, that comes out within 5 feet of what a chronograph will tell you. Gavin Tube did some experiments with lab radar and the little green um, uh, Caldwell chronograph, and he was getting within 5 feet of each other on all three of them. So that was pretty cool. So Walks Fletcher uses Imperial.
Yep.
But this stuff right here, man, it works. I'm telling you, it works, and it works well. And it's I've never had a stuck case with this, and I can't say that about the lanolin. I will
I've had
say
stuck cases with lanolin before.
I have too, but it was a 223.
Yeah.
Again, bottleneck cartridge.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the problem with 223 is because you got shooting a lot of guns that are overgassed and they're really black, and if you don't clean those cases, you don't clean inside and out, you can create a lot of resistance there that can lead you down a bad road. Yeah.
You're going to need some like some edge red or some. That's right, Pollard.
Clean that die.
I use quick loads G23, but it doesn't take the place of reloading manuals. You can't do that. You can double check your reloading manual, or you can use it to double check, like CW equipped out earlier about making some load data. You can check it in quick loads and see if you're going to blow your face off theoretically before you do it.
It's definitely not infallible.
It's not, and neither is a reloading manual. So that's why you.
Well, that's why most of us all reduce it by about 10% before we start.
Yeah.
What you got to remember about reloading manuals is what was safe in their gun at their time under their conditions.
Yep. Perfect example of that is when I picked up that
Sure
Ruger.
does, don't it? I love that stuff. Sorry, Jason.
You're good. When I picked up that Ruger Vaquero, it had a card from Mr. Holster that said the exact max feet per second on there for that particular firearm. So I mean that's a good example there. Every gun is going to be different as to what it can take.
So when you increase feet per second, that by default increases pressure, right?
Yeah, but if you change powders, you can have powders that push bullets faster without the pressures, and you can have powders that won't push them as fast but have crazy pressures. So it's all about the burning rate in conjunction with the velocity you're trying to achieve.
Good stuff right there, Walter. Thank you so much. So as the bullet's going down range, it's slowing down and it's arcing. Uh, there's some good information for you guys. Buzz wanted to talk about concealed carry laws in Ohio. What do you guys know about that? Daniel?
They're pushing for constitutional carry, and they're on their way to getting it.
So we've had 3 or 4 bills in the last 4 years, 5 years to try and get concealed carry without a permit. Constitutional carry. And this one is the one that's made it the furthest so far. So, we'll see what happens, but something seems to always hold it up. My guess would be our Rhino governor. He is definitely a POS.
Well,
Depends on what cost you started out at.
your bullet starts slowing down as soon as the powder's burnt up, or as soon as it exits
Pretty much as soon as it exits the barrel.
the muzzle,
Very shortly after.
whichever one comes first. Yeah, I think Echo's comment, Papa's Place. I didn't see what Ozark put. I'll go back and look at that. I think, by the way, about Big E's comments, Gordon's reloading tool is free. All you got to do is sign up for it. I ain't going to go back all the way to find Echo's comment, but I think a lot of our problem, I think he's right there with that comment that the reason I have such a problem with 223 cases getting stuck is because of the head of the case is warped from blow by gas from over gas guns. There you go, Walter. You guys are, yeah. Y'all are on spot tonight.
This is what I'm saying. You'll have plenty of comments up in the side chat too, so always pay attention to the side chat.
Yeah, don't listen to us. The guys over there, they're a lot smarter than us.
Well, a lot of times you'll see we go off on tangents, and the side chat has their own conversations. So
Yeah.
it happens.
Guns and Barbecue posted a video a couple of days ago and said that Pennsylvania passed their constitutional carry, but
It just has to be signed in by the governor.
the governor's threatened to veto. So
Yeah,
LMCK.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Unfortunately, PA's got a rhino governor too, so.
Thanks, Mr. Pollard. I appreciate that.
Which is funny because, like, our governor only got to be governor because when he was in his previous position, he was pushing heavily on the 2A, and that's how he got elected. And then as soon as he got in, he was all negative on 2A.
Wow.
Okay. There you go, man. Time to eat. Night walks. Yeah, that beer can chicken looks interesting. Trapper, I don't know what the angle is, but yeah, it can bounce. It can ricochet off the water surface at the right angle. And I tell you something else. There's some YouTube videos out there of guys shooting into the ice, into a frozen lake at just the right angle, and the bullet sits there and just spins like crazy. Go check some of those out if you want to see some weird physics in action.
and for any lawyers or YouTube that might be listening, no one on the panel or in the chat is recommending shooting into water without any kind of scientific setup at all. So we don't recommend that whatsoever.
Thanks, Kingpin. Get me out of trouble, buddy.
Seek out trained professionals.
Yeah, we know nothing.
Any of you all ever shot got fish with a crossbow setup?
No, but I've seen when I used to fish a lot. I've seen guys shooting alligator gar with crossbow, and they had a reel on the crossbow or a bow and a reel on it.
Yeah, I've seen 12-pound bass reeled in off of a bow before when I was young.
That's scary, ain't it, William? Yeah, they're real. It's a real thing.
Let's go, Brandon.
There you go. Behave, Mark. Don't work too hard, buddy. You know how they'll do you. Well, happy birthday, Big E. Y'all ready, Kyle? Come on in here, guys. We got to sing to Big E. And I know CW's birthday is close by, so When's your
Mine just
birthday,
passed.
see? Huh?
Last Saturday, just passed.
Just passed last Saturday. Okay. Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that all we really want
You
is to
bet.
be left alone by the government? Yeah. Okay, so we got to sing Big E happy birthday. Y'all ready?
Yep. Let's do
Am
this.
I going to be doing this by myself? Where's Kyle?
No, I'm not going to leave you hanging, Jamie. I'll join you.
Good, let's go. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
Hey,
to
birthday.
happy birthday
Birthday
you.
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday.
you.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
birthday to you.
That was terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is exactly why I kept my mouth shut. Big E, happy birthday, man. Nothing to do with that. I knew that was going to be a disaster. So
Yeah, some of
Happy
us.
birthday, brother.
Who cares?
Andy, dang, buddy, come on, man.
For any lawyers listening, no one on the panel is responsible for any ear damage or mental damage or sleep problems for the rest of your life.
Or copyright infringements.
For educational purposes only.
See dealer for
Commentary.
details. Options shown may not be available in your area.
No,
Plus
I mean,
tax tag and title dealer prep included.
man, that did sound like we just stumbled out of a bar, didn't it?
Oh, it sounded like we shot a herd of cats out of a 12 gauge.
Yeah, that was pitiful, man.
it basically sounded like you were at Fuzzy's.
Yeah, your mileage may vary. Well, happy birthday, Big E. And yeah,
I just
I
been
know
sitting
you
here. I've been sitting here listening to you idiots and eating a little bit of dinner and just laughing. Oh, that's why we do what. But wait, there's more.
that's right.
See, it's funny. I talked to Mark the other day, and I told him he's more than welcome to come on Sunday Chat too. They're like, I'm going to sit and kind of watch and all the rest of it. This is exactly the kind of thing you can expect on Sunday, just like you get here, man. Except we're a little more freer. I let people say whatever they want to. There's no restrictions as long as you're not bullying or anything like that. You can pretty much do whatever you want.
Thanks, Mr. Pollard.
Yep. Thank you.
Hey, I never said it was going to be good. I just said we need to show Big E some love, and that's what we tried to do. See, Trapper, I'm not going to lie to you unless it's absolutely necessary, buddy.
Emoticon.
Do the
Now,
bull-
how
do
to
the
spell his last
math
name. I mean,
do the math
say it.
table on a bullet. Say 3,000 feet per second. Length of the bullet, and you'll be astounded at the revolutions that bullet makes on its way to the target.
Yeah,
It's hundreds of thousands of RPMs.
you can do the math. If it's a 1 in 8 twist going 3,000 feet per second, that's your typical AR. So, yeah.
Mr. Pishner's here.
Hey, G, what's going
Actually-
on, boy?
It may surprise you how few revolutions that bullet makes because it's not in the air for a minute. It's like a top fuel dragster in a quarter mile. Engine only turns over 845 times. It's
That's what
turning 3,000 RPM or 6,000 RPM, but it's only running it for about 3 seconds.
Right, but the NHRA engines are massively restricted, though.
Well, I'm just saying, your typical AR bullet. What range are we talking?
That makes okay. Your point makes sense.
that's why I said depends on how far you're shooting.
Yeah, you're only talking 2.5 seconds at 250 yards. If that.
And at 50 yards, it's almost man. It'd be hard to even mark that kind of time.
Yeah, well, 4 revolutions or something.
Oh no, you'd be amazed. It's hundreds of thousands.
Oh, come on now.
Well, you got to put
Yeah.
velocity in there. It's not
50
just
yards.
yeah, but think about it. You do the
It's
math.
not going to be hundreds of thousands. It's
Do the math. You'll be amazed.
All right, hold on. GGW has a great point. You want to see? You see that one, Jamie?
If he's interested, we can. I might. Ozark's throwing in one spin in 8 inches. 175,000 RPMs.
See, hundreds of thousands. You'll be amazed.
But your travel time at 1,000 yards is only like 3.5 to 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's not that long. You literally pull the trigger, and next thing you know, there's your hit.
Yeah, I
This
shoot
is
200 yards max, and by the time you hear the boom, the bullets probably already hit the target.
Look at Ozark. MacMan's right. Just download GRT, get it on there where you can compare it with your quick loads. I can see
Remember,
that.
there's always going to be a delay, but when that sound getting to you too. So that bullet's already hit before that sound hits you.
you will never hear the one that gets you.
Well, plus, the barrel is going to constrict it due to the twist rate, because it's only going to allow it to twist what the twist rate allows. Once the bullet leaves the barrel is when the actual revolutions are going to start.
Right. The summation is muzzle velocity times 720 divided by the twist rate in inches equals your RPMs.
Be careful, Mark.
See, nobody knew we were going to be in calculus class tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy, but it's crazy numbers. You'll be
Yep.
amazed.
Mark, be safe out there, man. Deers everywhere, so I'm sure they're everywhere up there as well in PA. So be careful on the roads, man. And let me know exactly where you're at in PA, man. If you're not too far, we'll get together.
Never argue math with somebody named Marvin.
Speaking
Here
of
you go.
math,
Here you go, Kyle.
you know who would be perfect for this conversation? That's the kitty.
Yeah, we need the kitty.
At 3,000 feet per second, a bullet will be spinning at 3,000 times 60 or 180,000 RPMs when it leaves the barrel.
Okay, but you're only talking about 2 seconds.
When it leaves the barrel, it hasn't gone anywhere, Kyle. When it leaves the barrel, it's already spinning that fast. Revolutions.
That's per minute.
Yeah, plus you also have to understand the projectile is tiny.
So
So
divide that.
when it gets-
I don't care if it's the Earth spinning that fast.
Yeah, but it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference when you're talking about the size of the object. Because if you make a point at the top of the projectile, for that projectile to get 360 degrees back to that point, a smaller projectile will spin far faster than a larger projectile.
No, 3,000 RPM is 3,000 RPM. I don't care how big it is.
We're talking about a round object that's spinning, not the revolutions of not the pulsations of a piston engine. If you have a basketball and you have a ping pong ball and you spin them the ping pong ball is going to spin faster, more revolutions than the basketball will.
Not if they're both at 3,000 RPM.
Yes, it's still going to go more revolutions because of the size difference.
Well, no, what he's saying is right. If you set it to where the revolutions are exactly the same, what you're going to notice is the difference in the speed of the object, because the ping pong ball is going to still seem to be spinning faster because it's smaller. But so I understand his point. I understand when he's saying you have a set of revolutions.
Let's say it's 100 or it's 3,000 RPM. You're only talking 2 seconds. So that's 2/60ths of 3,000 or 3,000. You see what I'm saying?
No.
The bullet will have to travel for a minute to turn 3,000 RPM or to rotate 3,000 times. We're only talking 2 seconds.
Hey, G, at this time, I got no clue, buddy.
Hey, G, I haven't had enough to drink tonight so far. I've only been up for about an hour and a half, and yeah, I'm not quite there yet.
The answer to this question I know. How far will a bullet fall in a minute?
All the way to the ground.
All of it in a minute.
Yeah, it's funny. My good brother Lakeview out there earlier was asking for a professional about some drinking questions, and I told him I may know someone, but this chat's gone far beyond. With what Kyle's talking about, I got no clue. So.
3,000. I don't care if it's Jupiter or a ping pong ball. 3,000 revolutions per minute is 3,000 revolutions per minute.
Dave's got a good point.
So what we were talking about earlier about the gun store vibe and the coffee pot and the kitchen table and the sitting around talking and BSing and all that man right there's got it. That's the way he runs his gun shop.
Yeah, it was kind of cool being there.
It was.
You got the group of crotchety old guys sitting in their overalls around the card table just shooting the crap. You got customers over here doing this, and that's Americana right there.
Yeah. So thanks for coming in, Trapper. You got us all thinking, buddy. And I Ozark, I didn't see the arguing, but yeah. And Cranky's talking about physics.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Calculus, physics, whatever.
You say it's not rocket science. Guess what? It's the same thing as rocket science. It really is.
It's rocket surgery.
Yeah. All right, Ozark, Echo. We don't. Yeah.
We know where your mind's at.
Yeah. Yeah, the crotchety old guys are always the ones who can, Mike.
Yes, sir.
It's like, get off of my lawn.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I meant no disrespect.
From this crowd, Mike, that's a compliment, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Are you interested in telling us a little bit more about the dove hunting that you're going to be doing, Jake?
The what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Didn't you say you're going dove hunting or quail hunting?
Well, I'm going deer hunting in the morning, and
Oh wow.
and then later in the week we're going to do some dove shooting. And I don't really know what that means.
I didn't think it was still dove season. I thought that was like September.
I thought it was too, man. But I got an email from Georgia Department of Natural Resources telling me that dove season opens November the 20th. Apparently, there's two of
Huh.
I didn't know that.
them.
I gotta read a song about that.
Like to hear it. Here go.
Favorite powder for buckshot loads? That would be a CW thing.
Gunpowder.
I like the fast pistol powders. 296, long shot, each 110, 2400.
Long shot works pretty good.
I'm doing it 410 too.
Universal works good as well.
10 man, everything's going up, man. Everything is.
Yep.
And here's the thing. Unfortunately, stuff's going to go up. It's by design. If you don't see it by now, I'm sorry, but it's by design.
So, Emperor, I thought red dot was a good target load. I didn't think it would be too suited for buckshot, but I don't know. Okay,
Well-
green dot is what Pollard uses for double op buck. Mike says Herco.
I've got plenty of long shot and universal. That's what I use.
Here's Chico.
Welcome in, Chico. Miss you, brother. It was good seeing you last week.
I appreciate being on, guys. I got to jump off, but good chat. And everyone out in the side chat, appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe, stay vigilant, and we'll talk to you Sunday.
All right,
Good
man.
night, man.
Don't work too hard, my brother.
See you, Scotsman.
All right.
All right, brother.
Later.
Be expecting an email from my buddy.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know, man.
All right, 10-4, man. I appreciate your help.
Absolutely. Later.
See you, buddy. I never knew we had a second dove season. They must have just started that.
Well,
That's what I was thinking.
Reloader 762. If that's in Georgia, there's three of them.
How do you go about shooting dove? Like, how does that work? Is there a patch of woods where you know dove hang out at?
No, they have to be in flight, and usually you're in the middle of a hayfield.
So you just kind of know where the dove hang out at.
Yeah, you can't just shoot them off the power lines. Trust me, my dad had a conversation with
Well,
game
no, I
warden.
mean, how do you find them? Is my question. I know you can't go to the pet store and start plugging doves that are in the cages.
Well, here in Georgia, dove are everywhere.
Okay.
I could go dove hunting in my backyard by the pool if I wanted to.
Because when I'm thinking like ducks. You got to go to where there's water to find the ducks, and then
dove are they're like pigeons. They go where the food is. So if you got like a wheat field or a hay field that you don't cut and there's grain there for them to eat, they'll be there.
So there's a good chance you could pick a field and stay there all day and not see one dove.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have some food plots out on our property where he's planted millet. That's what I got, Ozark. I got 2 boxes of 16 gauge 7.5 shot.
What is that racket?
I don't know.
What does a racket sound like? I don't hear it.
It sounds like somebody's cell phone is in a cup holder going down a gravel road.
That's
Wow.
what it sounds like. Wheel of Fortune.
Mute yourself for a second, AR.
Okay. Might be my clock on the wall ticking, but it shouldn't be.
That's it.
It's you.
It's that clock on the wall behind me. Hang on, let me see if I can. Hang on a second.
Gee, get your mind out the gutter,
What?
dude.
Jesus. This is a family show. Oh, you mean a vibratory tumbler? Yes. Yes. That's what it sounds like. Somebody's
Yeah.
falling from the tumbler.
Did it go away?
No. Yeah, it is a fast clock.
Yeah, hang on.
We're
That's
traveling
what-
through time right now, people.
That's what I was thinking, Drew.
There it goes.
Sound like you put the Joker in a fan.
Hang on.
You got it.
That's a fast clock.
Yeah.
That's one I got at Bass Pro, actually.
Good to see you out there, Mr. Emperor. Are you going to kill a deer tomorrow, or did you kill one this morning? Drew Bradley sounds like a Honda Civic. That ain't wrong either.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, so the whole dove thing, I may be wasting my time and my efforts. I'm not so sure how good I'm going to do it. Shooting birds out of the air. And
How much are you when you if you shoot 15 birds? Are you gonna take them home and cook them, or do you just take pictures of them? Like that dove doesn't seem like it's gonna be much eat.
you pull the breast meat off. You just reach up there around the neck and just pull the chunk of breast meat out, and it's
It takes about 6 to feed 2 people, as long as you got good sides.
yeah.
Mr. Emperor, I'm sending you a text message on something that I think you'll enjoy.
So would you shoot them with a really small bird shot pellet?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, say that.
7 shot, something like that.
My expander gate should have
That's
took that
fun.
clock out. But
I tell you, I really like my little Ruger American bolt action. I've got a shorty that I like a lot. I don't know if it's the best. I like that bolt action. It's crazy accurate.
Oh, Jamie, I didn't show. I don't think I sent you this one.
There's Sharinda.
Hey, Sharinda, I sent you a link tonight. I was hoping you could make it to join us. How many quail equal a Big Mac? I would
12.
say 3, 3 or 4.
Well, it depends. Are we talking about calories, or are we talking about real meat? Because one dove is more than every Big Mac that's ever existed. If you're talking about real meat, but calories, you probably need about 1,000 dove.
Jamie, check that out.
Are we talking about Ruger American 300 blackout?
Yep. I did a video on mine quite a while ago. I put a Boyd's Spike Camp stock on it. I had a video on what I did with that stock, but it shoots way better than it has a right to for $450.
Yeah. That's a stud, Kyle.
Taken right in Ozark's backyard.
Yeah.
What are you doing, knucklehead?
I want a 350 Legend bolt gun.
I got one of them in a Ruger American too.
Yeah, I know. You like it?
I do. Yeah, I do. I like the 300. I mean, I like the 350 better in the bolt than in a auto. But the 300, I like them both. The bolt action shoots better, but I think if you really applied yourself, I think that the auto could shoot just as well.
Well, I'm getting some pretty good groups out of my 350
Okay.
AR. I need to do some more videos.
I got to get the heathens back inside.
How do you guys feel about semi-automatic shotguns versus pump action, break action, and so forth like that? I know some people swear by the semi-automatic shotgun, and some people say that they'd never touch one.
Well, they've come a long way.
I got a couple of both, and I can honestly say that I really don't have a preference.
That's what I'm afraid of, Ozark. I really am. I'm afraid of going out there shooting up 50 rounds and not bringing any birds home.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Also, check your choke and your end of your shotgun. You don't want to have a full choke tube in it.
What's going on, lady? You come in.
Hello, gentlemen.
You come in
Hello,
right when we're
Sharinda.
getting ready to get off the air.
Oh, it wasn't intentional. Do I get a pass?
Always.
We'll give you a pass. Good morning.
Good morning. I literally just walked in from hunting all day. Like literally.
You've been doing a lot of hunting. I want your job.
You know, here's the sad part. First of all, it's not even been all my hunting. I'm mentoring actual ladies now. And I know y'all probably don't want to hear this, but this is the second black woman that I've took hunting, and they're both ready for it. She's ready to go back out Sunday. So if I'm available and they want to go learn, I'll be there, because I remember a year ago I said I wanted to be a buddy and get more women out. Well, I'm eating those words.
No, I don't, G. Pishner. I've got a Grendel and I've got a 6.506, so I've never had the need for the Creed. I can exceed it with the 6506 by quite a bit. I used to have a Swede for a whole bunch of years, and I sold that when I got the Grendel.
There you go, Kingpin.
Nice. Just talking about what Sharenda was talking about. I think it's pretty interesting to hear about women hunting and black women hunting, because both of those categories aren't. When it comes to firearm ownership, I think it's kind of a silly argument to have, because everyone has those rights and everyone has those self-defense feelings inside. But when it comes to like sitting out in the cold during November and standing in a tree, seeing more women into that and seeing more black women into that is actually pretty interesting.
It is, especially since if these ladies that even the youth that my organization mentor, we're not doing it for you. I mean, they literally have to go scout with us, set up blinds, all of it. We're not catering or babying. If you're gonna do this, you need to do all of it.
So we got Walter Coates out there as well. We got
Hello,
Surrender
Walter.
jumping in, and Mr. Coates, and all you guys are too good to us. So what were you hunting today, Sharonda?
Whitetail, and then we had to establish her routine. Every time you get a successful harvest, you take long romantic walks down the aisle at the sporting goods store. You buy more stuff.
Did she get one?
Yeah, she did.
Nice.
Yep. And if she'd have bought a second tag, she would have had opportunity to get two, but she didn't have a second tag, so
How
it
did
was
she
great.
respond? How did she respond? Was this the first time that she killed a deer?
Yes, and she's not new. Oh, so the background story is this is my mentor that introduced me to firearms. She asked me to mentor her and introduce her to hunting. So it was a special hunt for me today.
How did she take it when she
She
saw that round hit that deer and that deer fell to the ground? Like, how did she
oh,
emotionally accept that?
we both looked at each other like, I don't believe I actually did this. And she went ahead. We looked at each other. We horse high fived and looked at our watch, and we sat there and we waited for it. And when we realized she was actually down, which very good shot placement because she got her 50 yards out. We didn't even have to go track her. And we walked up to it and she looked at it for a moment and she thanked the animal and she was like, okay, what do we do now? It's for black women, it's a little we do emotions behind this differently. You know, we get into a mind frame where it just needs to be done. Now, what she's doing on her own personal time now, I don't know, but for us, we just like to maintain composure and do what needs to be done, and then when we go home, deal with it in private.
That's pretty cool because sitting here right now, I believe if I just opened my window and shot a deer, I'd probably fall on the ground and start crying.
Oh, it was, it was, it was a moment.
Was it a doe? Was it a buck?
It was a button buck. So we got any deer tag. It didn't matter what it was. So it was a button buck. And I think it weighed in 65 pounds, I think is what they said. So
Yeah, Drew Bradley's got a good point, Jamie. That's going to probably be the best tasting meat she'll ever have
oh yeah.
because she got it.
Oh, definitely. She's already messaged me to send her some recipes.
Well, that was my next question: is are you gonna like show her how to cook it properly? Well,
Oh, definitely. Like I told her, let's not do jerky. We're gonna treat this as a meal. So she's getting steak and
Well, I would
roast
save a little
and
bit for jerky. She needs a little bit of deer jerky to take on her
no,
next deer hunt.
no, it's incentive for her to go back out there, get another one,
Well,
then
she
turn it
she's
into
got
steaks.
her she's got her first one under her belt, so now she can look for a wall hanger.
Well, true. But heck, I haven't even got a wall hanger yet. I'm just a fat kid. I'm like, whatever's 100 pounds, sticks his head out legally, male or female. I'm an equal meat opportunist.
See,
That's funny.
I hunt for bucks, a trophy deer when the rut's on. After that, I'm about meat in the freezer. So tomorrow, the first deer I see that's uh, not a small buck or doesn't have a fawn in tow,
Do you think we've rutted out already?
I think we're at the very tail end of it. I mean, they may be chasing tomorrow. I may be sitting there, or you know,
Oh, I got a different caliber I get to play with this weekend, so I'm gonna see how I like shooting a 7 millimeter Remington mag.
Woo!
150 grain.
Hold on to it.
Do you shoot a lot of that big bore stuff? Because that's, from what I understand,
Um,
the 7 millimeter's got quite a bit of kick to it.
the biggest bore I've shot has been 30-06.
Have you shot that 7 mag before?
Not this particular one, so I'm gonna take it out tomorrow and see how it feels.
I mean, I know you're a grown woman and everything like that. But I'm just saying, hold on to it. I don't want
Yeah.
you to. I don't want you to have a scope eye next time I see you.
Look, look,
Recoil's about the same as
there is no cockiness here. I'm taking all warnings with all seriousness. So
as long as they're the same weight, it's about the same as the 06. It's really not much different.
Yeah, and it also depends on the gun, but
It's a more powder and it's a bigger case, but it's a lighter and smaller bullet. So
this is what I'm shooting is a Ruger. I forget what mark it is.
M77 Mark
yeah, I
II.
think you said Mark II.
Yes.
Mark II.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Had
Exactly
one
what it
just
is.
like it. Had one just like it.
So we'll see. It's I'm looking to get eventually to work towards getting on some big game. So I want it a little bit bigger than my 243.
Yeah.
It is a sweet shooting rifle too. I will tell you that.
Most anything you're going to need it to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Somebody said tuck it in tight.
when you hunt bow season, I can imagine you can either be in a blind on the ground or up in a tree stand. But when you're using a real high powered rifle to shoot, would you still be in a tree stand?
Well, I've never been in a tree stand. I'm not saying I would not ever get in one, but I'm definitely not there yet.
Well, I'm clearly not a hunter. Like I said, I fall on the ground and cry. So there's probably a lot of questions that I'll ask that probably won't make any sense.
Well, my only concern with tree stand hunting is what's the weight limit on that?
Oh, don't worry about that. There's some large fellows that get up in tree stands without any problem.
I'm one of them.
You don't check in anywhere near enough to be that classification. So
See, I rarely, if ever, hunt from the ground.
I think my most uncomfortable stand had a 350-pound weight limit.
So
Yeah.
it's no, you just use the same safety precautions, your tie offs, and make sure everything's right when you're going to use a rifle up in a tree stand.
Oh yeah.
I might try a crossbow up in a tree stand, but I think it's gonna be a little bit before I think about doing a gun.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to because your mind messes with you a little bit. But let me tell you, you ain't going to go hunting with anything that's strong enough to knock you out of that tree.
I'm reading the guys' comments. Y'all crack me up.
Yeah, I'd just get up in a tree and yeah. Chico, are you talking about a crossbow or a compound, a recurve?
Me? I got right now. I got a crossbow.
I was talking to
Yeah.
Chico. He's talking about he's interested in learning the bow. If you're talking about a crossbow, Chico, all you gotta do is come to my house, man. We'll have some fun. I got one right here handy, and I like it. Well, we gotta start going through the room and clear out the way for these folks to not a crossbow. Okay. I have a compound too, but I don't own a recurve. I know Scotsman shoots a recurve.
Yeah, you can pick you up with like what is it? A bear. Oh, what's that model name, Baloo? Help me. Bear whitetail. That's a nice entry level compound bow. They're not terribly expensive. I got a bear whitetail too somewhere in this house. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, crossbows deliver much more punch, Chico, if you're going to go hunting with one. Fuzzy loves recurve, but yeah, we got to go through the room. So let's start telling everybody what we're going to be doing this week and any videos you got coming out. Surrender, what are you doing?
I gotta work tomorrow, and then I gotta go get ready for myself to hunt Sunday morning before I go to work Sunday. Then I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thanksgiving. Friday, I'm taking some young ladies. We rented a Boy Scout camp for them to do youth season. And then I have some personal duck hunting coming up. And I'm learning how to trap and harvest fur next month for my birthday. That's my gift to myself.
You want to
That'll
sing happy birthday to you?
Oh, it's not until the 10th. Let's wait till the 10th.
Well, all these guys are like, no, no, not again, not again,
I
no.
don't think she wants us to sing happy birthday to her.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing it again.
Oh,
Chico,
yeah.
I just sent you a text.
So yeah, I'm gonna be hunting in the morning, but we'll get to that in a minute. Kingpin, thanks for being here, brother. And you got anything working? I'm really liking your Sunday morning spiritual songs, dude. That's a blessing.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Unfortunately, last Sunday was the last Sunday that I'm going to post those. Uh, unless it turns out to be something that people want me to do again. So I appreciate everybody that watched those. Thank you very much for having me on. This is a very special show, and tonight was a prime example with Tabar coming in and asking a bunch of questions. It was just really great to see the side chat jumping in and helping out the panel. Really, really glad to be a small little part of it. Glad to know you guys. I'll give a shout out to G23. He does a Saturday live chat for 4 hours or so now. And if you just type in G23 Saturday live chat, it'll come right up, and check him out. He's a real good dude.
He does a good job with it too. I've found myself there more and more frequently. AR, what you working on, buddy? Anything good?
I'm messing around with 9mm a little bit. Outside of that, nothing much. It's good to be here, though, and see you all. Nice meeting you, Sharonda.
Nice meeting you too.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me? Oh, there it is. Nice meeting you as well.
We love you, Emperor. Go get a good one in the morning, buddy. I'm gonna try my best. So, yeah, I need to kill a good buck. And according to Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog, I'm doing it backwards. I get the freezer meat first, and then worry about the trophy. So yeah.
Yeah. I
So
love deer
CW,
meat.
you going in the morning, CW?
Yeah, we're going out in the morning, and then we'll see what happens for the morning, and then the afternoon. We usually stay until about 11 or so, and then run out for lunch, and then come back in for 12:30 or so. So we'll see how it goes, see what happens, and go by there. And then we can't hunt on Sundays with the firearms, so we'll probably be butchering the deer. We'll butcher them up on Sunday.
That'd be good. Thanks, Ozark. We're certainly going to try. Chico got the text. CW.
Good. Yeah, I'm answering him here.
So we're going to. I guess we'll be seeing shorts if y'all get one, right?
Yep, I'll have something on there.
Good deal. Drew Bradley says, nice to meet you, Sharonda. And it's an honor to have you back on with us. Maybe next week you can jump back in at starting time, maybe, or whenever you
I
can.
should be able to next week.
Well, we're just glad to see you and honor
It's good to
everybody's
see you
presence.
guys.
We've been missing you.
Sharonda is my hero, by the way.
I'm sorry, say again, Kingpin.
Sharonda is my hero, by the way.
Yeah, she's all of our hero.
Oh, y'all guys are so sweet. Y'all got that on recording too.
That's what I'm hoping, Mr. Pollard. All right, Preacher's got a hunt video coming up in the morning. Good deal.
Uh-oh.
I'll watch it from the deer stand.
Get him, Big E. Get him. He's going hog hunting. Man, wouldn't that be cool, Kyle? Just to go out hunting and kill pork.
Yes.
Because pork fat rules, people.
What an intro, huh? That wasn't intentional.
I don't know where that came from,
That
but
was
that was perfect.
text message. It wasn't intentional.
It was. I thought Jamie was sitting there with his finger on a button after he said that.
Nope, that was
You can't plan moments like that. Anyway, Kyle, what you gonna be doing?
I am off for the next 9 days, and I am going to be a cartridge reloading person. I've got to rebuild my stash of 9mm. I've got to load some 45s. Throughout the week, I've
time's up.
I got a lot. Throughout the week, I did get a lot of projectiles powder coated and everything. Tomorrow, I got a couple of things going on, but nothing stupid. I got a birthday party to go to on Sunday that I have to make a big old pot of chili for. But I'm going to be loading a lot of double aught buck, number 4 buck, some slugs, 9mm, and probably 40 and 45. I'm probably going to be out of small pistol primers by the end of the week. But I'll have a bunch of them sitting in buckets. So we'll be ready to go. But other than that, man, I really appreciate everybody tonight. There was a bunch of good questions, and I took a little time off to feed my face with some onion rings and a pretty good burger. Never been there before. Where is this place? Freddy's. Y'all ever heard of Freddy's?
No.
It's a pretty good burger.
It does. Yeah.
Dave,
Okay, we're
you
going
don't get beans in chili.
No, you really don't. I know, Bulldog, you can't eat antlers. So anyway, guys, thanks for look at G23. 11 days off. Woo! You're gonna be so sorry when you go back to work. They're gonna have to retrain you, man.
My problem is remembering all my passwords to use all the programs that I have to use to do my job. It's terrible. I take 3 days off. I'm like, oh, where am I?
Thanks, Corners and Doors. It's an honor to have you with us, and all you guys on the side chat. Thanks for being here tonight. You guys are too cool. Y'all are why we do this. So keep coming, and we'll keep showing up. Thank you, Sharinda, for being here. Kingpin, AR, CW, Kyle, Crazy Scotsman, all were on the panel tonight. Thank each and every one of you. Y'all remember what Thursday's all about. It's about thanking our Creator, the God who made us, and the God who provides for us. So take time out and be truly thankful, as we all try to be. So y'all check us out next week. Y'all tomorrow night, check out G23. And when he's done, if you got time, go check out Uncle Jim. Check out Foreign and Domestic Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Crazy Scotsman's channel. You can get in touch with us at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. Check us all out on Discord, on the Reloaders Network Discord, and on Big E's Discord. And other than that, am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. So, Lord willing, we'll see y'all all next Friday night at 8 o'clock. we hope the Lord blesses y'all real good. And until then, be blessed.